What's up everybody, welcome back to Boot Wizard. This is part 2 of our Boot Wizard Boot Awards for 2021. And yes, as I said in part 1, a little late to the party, but we are getting there. We are back on a roll now. If you want to check out part 1, then click above my head somewhere. If not, watch this video and then go and check out part 1. Either way, like this video, get subscribed to the channel, and we will crack straight on. Unless, of course, you want to support us, which you can do at patreon.com/bootwizard. We're going to start with the most infuriating trend of 2021. Now, this is a trend that has been there for a very long time, and it just seems to be creeping in and getting worse and worse. And I'm blaming the speed flow for really bringing this to the forefront of my mind and really irritating me. And it is the fact that sizing is just all over the place. Now, yes, it's always been a bit skewy with football boots, but there's so many top-end boots now that just don't make sense with their sizing. There's no consistency even within the brand that you're buying from, never mind between brands. This is probably the worst offender, the Puma Future Z. This is just insane. Like, you have to go down an entire size and the sizing does not match up to what you'd expect to get when you're buying the Puma Ultra. Really annoying, and it's one of those things that's going to stop people buying Puma boots. They're going to pick up the size they would normally get it, it's going to be too long, they're going to send it back, and they're not going to bother getting another pair of Puma boots. I already mentioned the speed flow. I find that the Plus is kind of almost between sizes, but you can pretty much get away with going true to size. However, for me, the 0.1 is absolutely a half size down football boot, and from Adidas, that's kind of disappointing as well. Next up, we're talking the Still Can't Get It Right award. This is the award for the silo or the boot or the brand that just keeps missing the mark. And in this case, this could be controversial for a few people. I am going to give this award to the Adidas Predator Freak. Now, this is by all accounts a reasonably good football boot, but I have been complaining about the Adidas Predator since the 19 version. The 19 was too similar to the 18, it was basically the same boot. Then you had the Mutator where the sizing was all off in my opinion, even though it kind of offered a step in the right direction. We now get the Freak and the fit is still off. There is so much room in this toe box while being super tight, although not as much as the Mutator, through the midfoot. This is 3 generations of Predator where I think that Adidas just have not got it right in one way or another, and to replicate the same mistake on 2 boots, the Mutator and then the Freak, in terms of the fit is just unforgivable. They really have to nail down the fit of the Predator and not just focus on these USPs that are getting people talking. The boot has to be better, and they need to get it right with the upcoming, very soon, new generation. In 2021, Boot Wizard got big into socks, and not in a foot fetishy kind of way, despite the fact that that's what I'd labeled one of the tier ranks. Anyway, we got into socks, we've reviewed a lot of them, there's going to be a lot more to come. There's a full new tier ranking video coming, as well as some reviews of the guys who have developed socks over at Maestro Grip Socks, but I wanted to give to you my best socks of 2021. So we've got a few varieties, because just giving out one award seems a little bit narrow. So we've got to open that up a little bit. I think overall best socks, I'm going to give to the Light Guard socks. You can see that these ones are pretty well worn. The Light Guard is my favorite grip sock. It's absolutely fantastic. However, these just simply cost too much money. If money wasn't an object, this is what I'd buy, but honestly, they're really pricey. Then we have the Tabio grip socks. Now these are almost like worth mentioning, but I can't give them a specific award. And these are available now in Europe, which means that you can pick up the Tabio Sports grip socks, which have these little toes just here, in Europe. But that's bumped the price quite significantly, which means they're not quite the budget option that they are out in Japan, which is where they originate from. But these are still absolutely one of the best grip socks on the market, and let's call them second place to the light guard for me in 2021. But we also have to talk about best overall grip sock. And this is one that's also going to hit that price point for you. So it's not going to be overly expensive like you're going to find from a lot of these other grip socks. And that is an award that I'm going to give to Tokyo Football and their grip socks. Now, I don't think these are perfect. There's a couple of things that I'd like to see improved, but honestly, they've got some new socks out, which I'm waiting to get in so that I can try them, which might just hit those notes. But these, for the price that you pay, which is absolutely nothing, are the best overall grip socks, I think. I think they offer you really high quality, a really fantastic sock at an incredibly low price. And these are probably the ones that you should check out without having to drop your entire month's salary on them. I do want to give a quick shout out to the Viper 5 grip socks as well, because I've really enjoyed those, and thanks to Del Air Football for putting me onto them, but there's no awards for them, they're just really good. Next up, we have the well, I was wrong about that award, and this is in two parts, because at the beginning of the year, Nike released the brand new Mercurial Vapor 14, and they updated the AG sole plate. They took away the AG Pro, which is a sole plate that I absolutely adore, and replaced it with a brand new AG sole plate. And essentially, before I tried it, I kind of lost my mind about it. I didn't say anything on the channel or on social media because I hadn't tried it, and I got very irritated that Nike had taken away one of my favorite sole plates. And then I did try the AG plate, and you know what? It's actually fantastic. It's really, really good. It's possibly the best AG plate that is out there, but the difference between this and the previous AG Pro is that this is now a purely AG specific plate. The old AG Pro is very good for FG or AG, whereas this one is very much designed for AG pitches only. And if that is your express purpose, you have to try it out. It's really, really good. The other thing that I managed to get wrong, as I keep being reminded by Derek over at DL Boot Room, and I promised I would come on the channel and I would own my mistake, is in the summer, during the big tournaments, I said that I thought that Nike would release a new colorway for the latter stages of the tournament. So they launched with that kind of turquoise blue green vapor, and I said I would be shocked if there wasn't a different colorway that came later on. I wasn't sure what that colorway would be, but on the whole, the vapor felt not very tournamenty to me, especially when you compare it to what Adidas came out with. It just didn't really feel like it was going to be that big boot for the players to wear in the final, the semi-finals, the quarterfinals of the tournament. So I was expecting something brand new from Nike to really kind of shake the ship up, rock the boat, get everyone talking, and I basically stuck my reputation on it that it was gonna happen. I was wrong. I was very wrong. Nothing happened. Nothing happened at all. Nike ran with that boot through the whole tournament, and for quite a while longer. There was no update. There wasn't even a hint of an update. Not even anything particularly special. So here I am saying I'm an idiot and I was wrong, and it probably won't be the last time. And finally, the award you've waited 2 episodes and about 20 awards for. It is the Boot of the Year. Now, this isn't my personal Boot of the Year. That's in the previous video where I talk about what I've enjoyed playing in most. This is the boot that I think objectively is going to be the best football boot that you can go out and buy, that was released last year. It's going to appeal to a large majority of people. Its performance is off the charts, and it is a little bit surprising because I tend to veer towards Mercurials. It's actually going to the Adidas X Speedflow 0.1. I just think it's a phenomenal boot. That Carbotex outsole, the tooling is just unbelievable. The touch on the ball is fantastic. There's a couple of tweaks that they could definitely make. For example, the texture that is on the upper of the Plus here really could do to be on the 0.1, and it's not. And you could probably argue that the fit could be improved ever so slightly, but overall, this is the top boot for me for last year. And if you were to go out and pick that up, I really don't think that you can be let down at all. It's So that puts Adidas at the top of the speed boot tree. Does it put them as the best brand of 2021? Do they now have the best selection of boots on the market? Let me know down in the comments what you think. Also, what boots would you have given what awards to? And do you have any other awards that I didn't give out that you'd like to hear my opinion on? All down in the comments. Remember to like the video, get subscribed to the channel, and if you can support us, patreon.com/bootwizard is the place to do it. But that's all from me here today. We have a lot more boot reviews coming now that the awards are out of the way, so we will get into that very shortly, and we will see you very soon.